And once again, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Hollywood Insiders. And I'm your host, John Chaff. Today our spotlight shines on the legendary 1970 R&B funk group Royce, often remembered as Royce by fans, and ties to one of cinema's most iconic workplace comedies. We dive deep into their incredible journey from local Los Angeles backup band to global Grammy-winning superstars. Discovered how they created the legendary soundtrack for the 1976 hit movie Car Wash, featuring legendary cameos from Richard Pryor and the Pointer Sisters, and why their music is still being covered and sampled today by icons like Beyonce and Mary J. Blige. We also reveal the dynamics behind the scenes fiction that fractured the original lineup. What happened to the lead vocalist Gwen Dickey, and where the remaining members are today. If you love classical soul, funk history, and untold Hollywood stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more weekly spotlights. The start from backup band to center stage. Royce was formed in Los Angeles in the early 1970s, initially calling them Total Concept Unlimited. The group consists of a talented roster of local musicians, including Kenny Coughlin, trumpet and vocal, Henry Garner, drums, Michael Moore, saxophone, and Lee Quinton Jobs, bass. Their big break came in 1973 when they served as the backing band for Motown stars Erwin Starr on an international tour. Starr introduced them to the legendary Motown producer Norman Whitfield. Whitfield took the group under his wings, renamed them Royce, and completed their signature sound by recruiting charismatic lead vocalist Gwen Dickey, who took the stage name Roy Norwalk. The hits, soundtrack, and soul ballads, the group propelled to global stardom when Whitfield trapped them to record the soundtrack for the 1976 comedy film Car Wash. Car Wash became a massive #1 top R&B hit, winning a Grammy Award. I Want to Be Next to You and I'm Going Down quickly followed as massive R&B chart topping. Wishing on a Star and Love Don't Live Here Anymore established them as a master of the heartbreaking soul ballads. Are they still together today? Yes, Royce is still active and touring, while the exact lineup has evolved over the decades. Founding members like Kenny Copeland and Michael Nash still front the band. They regularly perform their classic 1970s catalog at major soul festivals, funk revivals, and multiple artist concert series across the United States. What happened to the members? Eternal fiction, chart decline, and the stain of sharing producer Norman Whitfield with other acts eventually fractured the original lineup by the turn of the decade. Gwen, you had to miss the flyer here. Unbelievable. Gwen Dickey, lead vocalist. Dickey left the group in 1980 amidst intense internal strife. She permanently relocated to the United Kingdom, where she launched a successful solo career. She continues to perform across Europe as a solo artist in major R&B and at major R&B events like the Soul's Tears Festival. Kenny Copeland and Henry Gardner and Michael Nash, these foundational instruments that keep the Rose Wars banner, they brought in a new vocalist such as Wika Benson in the 1980s to cover Dickey parts and have merged the group touring legacy for over 50 years. Other original members like Terry Sanchez, Congas, and T.J. Brown guitars drifted into section work, smaller production projects, or retired from the touring circuit as the group transitioned primarily into a legacy live act. The Ultimate Playlist Legacy covered the Sample by Icons. The Ultimate Playlist Legacy covered and sampled by Icons. While Rose Wars dominated the 1970s, their musical DNA finds modern R&B, hip-hop, and pop. Decades after their initial release, the group's foundational groove and heart-breaking melody have been re-imaged by some of music's biggest icons. Mary J. Blige adopts a heartbreak classic in 1994, the queen of hip-hop, soul, Mary J. Blige, breathed explosive new life into Rose Wars torch ballad, I'm Going Down, originally from the 1976 Car Wash soundtrack. Produced by Sean Puffy Combs and Chuck Thompson for her landmark album, My Life, Blige dropped the G to retitle it I'm Gone Down. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Blige traded Gwen Dickey's smooth, ethereal pain of raw, rapidly hip-hop infused neuroability. It became a massive top 40 Billboard hits, cementing itself so deeply into culture that an entire younger generation grew up believing it was Mary J. Blige originally, which it was not. That song originally belongs to Rose Wars. Beyonce keeps the flame alive. The impact of the single track spans generations, directly influencing Beyonce. In 2004, Beyonce paid homage to the group by recording a soaring studio cover of Wishing on a Star. Decades later, during her massive 2023 Reassemblance World Tour, Beyonce routinely stopped her stadium show to belt out and unvarnish a cappella vocal exercise of I'm Going Down, actively challenging both the Rose Wars framework and Mary J. Blige's passionate paraphrasing for her audience. The hip-hop sample blueprint. It doesn't stop with covers. Royce tracks are deeply embedded in the history of hip-hop production. Jay-Z explicitly sampled "Wishing on a Star" for his Grammy-nominated 1997 track of the exact same name, even recruiting Royce original lead vocalist Gwen Dickey to sing the hit. Surprised she got her to do that. That's a new one on me. Mary J. Blige dipped back into the well for her song "My Life," building its entire emotional core around a brilliant loop of War Acres and Royce elements. From the 1970s vinyl to modern day stadium tours, the music of Royce never actually left the charts. It just evolved. The film "A Day in the Life of L.A." released in 1976. Car Wash is a pioneering workplace comedy directed by Michael Shaw and written by Joel Schumacher. Yes, Schumacher. Yeah. What? Originally envisioned with a full musical that evolved into an episode slice of life films taking place entirely over a single hot Friday in downtown Los Angeles. It captured the violent chaos spirit of the 1970s, setting its stories against a continuous backdrop of funk and disco radio tracks sung by local LA DJs. The famous superstar cameos. While the movie is named for its core working group, much of the film's fame relies on its outrageous, colorful celebrity guest stars. Richard Pryor as Daddy Rich is one of the movie's most memorable segments. Pryor makes a brilliant cameo as flamboyant, money-grabbing radio evangelist who preaches prosperity theology from the back of a luxury limousine. The Pointer Sisters as the Wilson sisters in dazzling matching outfits. The Pointer Sisters act as Daddy Dave, which glamorous singing into it. They steal the scene by performing the soulful, high-energy gospel track. You got to believe right alongside him. George Carlin as the taxi driver. The legendary stand-up comedian plays a consistently stressed cabbie wandering around the property. He spends the entire day frantically trying to locate a sex worker who stiffed him on a fare. Lorraine Gary as the Beverly Hills lady, known best for her role as Helen Uberty in Jaws. Oh yeah, I remember her. I didn't know that was her. Gary pops up in frantic cameo as a wealthy customer desperately dealing with a severely caustic son. Professor Erwin Coy as the Mad Bomber. The eccentric, the comedian plays a weird, wandering character that everyone suspects is a terrorist carrying a bomb in a paper bag, which later turned out to be just his lunch. Oh boy. The core Car Wash crew. While the superstar got top billings on posters, the true emotional heart of Car Wash was its incredible assembled cast of working class characters. And those characters include Antonio Ferguson as Lenny, fresh off of his famous role as Huggy Bear in Starsky and Hutch. Vargas delivered a highly progressive, fiery, and groundbreaking performance as an openly gay, non-conforming employee. Next up, we have Bill Dukes, known as Dwayne Abdullah, long before he started in Predator. Duke played a deeply angered, militant black Muslim worker struggling with structural racism. And then you have Franklin. You have Franklin, Jerry, I guess that's how you pronounce that, anchored the young romantic energy of the film as a smooth-talking employee who spent his day trying to win a radio contest to score tickets for a date with a beautiful girl. Next up was Gary Morrison. Slide, the original Saturday Night Live cast member, starred as a smooth con man working at the car wash while scheming bigger plays. Next up was Ivan Dixon, known as Lonnie, a veteran actor and director. Dixon brought gravity to the comedy as a wise old ex-convict trying to stay on the straight and narrow while managing the chaotic young staff. Klein Musa-Scapi, a true pioneer of Hollywood, born in 1889, played the elderly shoeshine man, bridging the silent film era directly into the 70s cinema. Fun fact, Danny DeVito and Brooke Adams actually filmed roles as the owner of the food stand next door, but nearly all of their speaking scenes were cut out from the final movie release. Behind the scene trivial facts, here are some fascinating little known facts about car wash that will suddenly your curiosity up. Real workers on the set to make the film look authentic as possible. Director Michael Shaw hired the actual employees of the Dukes of Cups car wash, where the movie was filmed in Los Angeles, to work as background extras, operating the machine of the machinery while the actors filmed around them. The script was written in a frenzy. The screenplay was written by future legendary director Joe Schumacher, the last boy's Batman Forever. He reportedly wrote the entire script in just a few weeks after being inspired by the rhythm of real-life car wash in LA. A Cannes Film Festival winner. Despite Bright Green, a light-hearted workplace comedy, Car Wash was a critical daring. It went to the prestigious Cannes Film Festival in 1977 and actually won 2 awards, including Best Music for Norman Whitfield and Royce. The missing DeVito, as mentioned, a young Danny, spent weeks on set filming scenes, even though he was entirely cut from the theatrical version. You could still catch a brief glimpse of him sitting in the background of one scene if you look closely. From a local Los Angeles backed-up band to Grammy winners, the story of Royce is the story of 1970 soul itself. They gave us the soundtrack of a sentiment classic, survived dynamic lineup changes, and left behind a musical blueprint that are icons like Mary J. Blige and Beyonce are still celebrating today. Next time you hear that iconic bass line to Car Wash, or find yourself singing along to I'm Going Down, you're an incredible journey of the musician behind the group. That wraps up today's Hollywood Insiders Spotlight. Before you head out, drop a comment below and let me know what is your absolute favorite Royce track. Is it the upbeat funk of Car Wash or the raw heartbreak of Wishing on a Star? Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and hit notification bell so you never miss out on another deep dive into the untold stories of Hollywood history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Spotlight. And I also apologize for the interruption that you've seen while recording. I have a fly that seemed to think when I'm trying to kill you instead of playing with it. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Again, we thank you for watching.